Brown, Atlanta Hot Tub Center, Tub Talk 101, and today we're going to demo the 680 series by Sundance. Guys, remember, all the 680 series, for the most part, all function the same way, right? Some have one jet pump, some have two, some have one diverter, some have two. But ultimately, functionality-wise, filtration, circuitry, electronics, it's all the same stuff. So, first things first, if you buy your 680 series Sundance hot tub from us, from our family to yours, thank you very much. We sure do appreciate your business. If you buy your 680 series Sundance hot tub somewhere else, you're in for a lot of fun. So here we go. All right, let's start with the jetting. Guys, your jetting on your 680 series, the outer collars will turn so that you can customize your massage per seat. Okay? So if you walk around this guy, all of these jets will churn in a 680 series hot tub. You'll find one or two larger valves around the hot tub. These are diverter valves, okay? Diverter valves divert water from one part of the hot tub to the other. Example, if these two were your favorite seats, you could turn this diverter to divert all the pressure to these two seats, right? Then you can customize your massage by this outer collar, or you can use these air controls. Remember, this is water, this is air. It's the mixture of air and water that creates the pressure, creates the action in the jetting itself. So what you would do is, right, you get the diverter valve where you want it set, so you got the most pressure to your seats. Then you do the entire seat by your air control. Then you can customize it, right? So that you can make it the most comfortable and best experience for you and your family. All right? So that is the jetting, and that is the valves. Next, what I want to talk about is the top side display. Okay? If you come over here to the top side display, you'll see your Jet 1, Jet 2. If you only have one of these buttons, then you only have one jet pump. You have a menu button. So I want to talk about the menu button here, and then I'm going to reference some page numbers, okay? Because there are a few pages in the owner's manual, the dictionary of the owner's manual, that I would really appreciate if you read, because it's really going to go to your overall experience with your hot tub. I'm going to touch on two that I find are very, very important within this 680 series. The heat and filtration, okay, and water care. Okay, let's start with water care. Water care is reminders that are set within the electronics to remind you when to replace things. When to change your water, when to replace your filter, when to replace your Clear-Ray bulb. Doesn't mean you have to replace them right away when the timer goes off. It's just a reminder. But it's a reminder for you to look at it and see if that needs to be replaced. If you reset the timer and the Clear-Ray goes off again, that the Clear-Ray bulb is out, then you would know you needed to replace it, okay? So that's water care. Heat and filter is where you're gonna set your filter cycles. It's important to understand that if you're in a warmer climate, you wanna set your filter cycles really at night in the summer, because when the jet pumps and the filter cycle comes on, it will transfer the heat down the shaft of the motors and components into the water, driving up the temperature, right? So if you're in a very warm climate, one, set it into economy mode, because economy mode will focus everything so that it doesn't retain heat. It will change the electronics, it will change the operations to try to keep the hot tub cooler, and then set your filter cycles at night. In winter, you'd want your filter cycles set during the day, because you want it at the hottest part of the day. You want these filter cycles coming on, so that it's helping to maintain that water temperature, helping to maintain that water temperature hot, you know. And you also would want it into standard mode, because standard mode is heat on demand, and now all the electronics are going to be focused on retaining heat and keeping this hot tub good and hot. Okay. Now, one thing I want to touch on, guys, before I leave you here today, is I want to talk about if you weren't able to fill your hot tub when the delivery team came out to install it for some unforeseen circumstance, it's important for you to know that you need to put the hose where the filter is. Okay. So you locate the filter on your 680 series, very easy to find. Drop the hose inside of that. filter well, because you want to fill the hot tub up from bottom to top. If you just put it over into the body and you go to fill it, it's a possibility that you could fill the lines going down, right? And that's what you're going to be doing, but it's a possibility that you can get an air bubble in there, and if you do, one of your motors could get airlock. If you turn on the jet pump and it's not pushing any water, yet you can hear it turn on, that's most likely airlock. Don't be alarmed. Call your dealer, and your dealer will either walk you through how to get the airlock out, or they'll come out and they'll take care of it, okay? So just one thing I wanted to mention there. Again, if you're filling it yourself and you want to avoid that, make sure to put your hose down where the filter is. All right, so now I want to reference some page numbers for you guys, okay? And I got it here. Pages 32 through 37 in your owner's manual. Guys, those pages are very, very important. It's going to go over all sorts of different operations and such. And if you read those pages, again, it's just going to go to your overall experience. Again, that's pages 32 through 37, okay? As far as chemicals go, guys, with this guy, it's pretty manual. You're going to add some chlorine every week. You're going to maintain your pH levels and add some oxidizer when you get out. My best suggestion, and it's up to you, everybody's got to come up with their best way that they like to do it. Remember, you'll always need more chlorine the more you use it, and less chlorine the less you use it, right? But I've always said to people that balancing your pH is always going to be number one, right? Because if you don't balance your pH, then no other chemical in your hot tub is going to be effective. It's going to be efficient, right? It's just not going to stay in the water. So get your pH in balance, then balance out your chlorine, and when you get out, just add just a little bit of oxidizer to the hot tub, and I'll tell you why. Chlorine sits in water, and it's not actually active until it comes in contact with bacteria. Once the chlorine comes in contact with bacteria, it starts to invade and destroy the bacteria, and then you're left with something called chloramines. Okay, chloramines make water cloudy. It can create a biofilm. It can create a ring around the hot tub, right? So oxidizer is what cleans up chloramines. So if you're done using the hot tub and you add just, like a tablespoon, half a tablespoon of oxidizer, you're going to clean those chloramines up really quickly, and it's going to be a lot easier for you to maintain the hot tub. Guys, this is Brian at Atlanta Hot Tub Center in your 680 series demo. Thank you.